All right, guys, it's the CEO of Craftabilities here, reporting for work. And
CEO of anything.
hold on, let me turn the camera. I've been calling, emailing, texting this no good so-and-so over here that I'm trying to start this Craftabilities t-shirt company, and she needs to come up with a design, and we need to have a prototype. So I got this shirt. We're going to sublimate on it. Take that.
What kind of shirt?
That's what we're using because that's what I found. And we're going to sublimate.
First of all, you are a non-crafter, for one. For two, this is a heavy cotton shirt. And it is
I'll be heavy
blue.
in these streets.
Well, you're not going to get heavy in these streets in this shirt if you're talking about doing some sublimation.
All right. So what are we going to do to it?
I don't know, because you can't sub onto... You cannot sub onto...
Well, that's the only shirt I have.
Heavy cotton. Well, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to figure it out. Guess what? I probably have some Glitter HTV in there. I don't have any easy subly. You can't sub onto this. So we're going to have to probably put some glitter. We'll use glitter and sub on top of the glitter. How about that? If you're insisting on having a prototype.
Sounds good, guys. She's over here eating Oreos. Why she should be designing work?
All right, y'all. So this is Terrell's first time using this heat press, and you never used this heat press before.
Okay, this one I haven't. I got a heat press.
And shout out to Vivor for
was good.
allowing us to bring this into the classroom. They gave it to me on Craftable, and they have no problem with us bringing it here. And so right now we just need to set this temperature because our first press is going to be the glitter. This is Terrell's first time pressing or subbing onto glitter. So we need to go ahead and adjust the temperature, and to do that you just go ahead and you click OK. It's very easy to operate. Alright, and then once we're done with this, we're going to let this keep warming up, and then we are going to head over to the Cricut.
Alright guys, so this is the design that Patrice came up with. She's not here right now, she's busy eating cookies, but it's pretty nice. Patrice is going to be pissed off when she finds out I'm eating her cookies. Patrice is getting ready to print the image for us to sublimate. So we started to print the image, and just a reminder guys, we're using dynamic ink. There's going to be a link in the description. And yes, I'm still eating some of Patrice's cookies. Alright guys, so the assistant to the CEO, Patrice, made a obvious mistake again. You see the letters? It's green. So forcefully, I made her reprint it.
Forcefully?
And here we go. You see the outlines are white now.
Alright guys, so now I've already printed out our sublimation image, and I am just now preparing our cutting mat because in order to get this done, we need to do a contour cut of the Glitter HTV that we have. And of course, we are using Cricut today. So I'm just showing Terrell how to do this because he will be making his own shirts from now on. So you want to make sure, Terrell, when you get ready to cut your images, you want to make sure that you're going to mirror this. We're using HTV, and so we need this to be mirrored so that it can lay correctly onto the shirt, okay?
So right now we're going to use the Cricut Maker to cut out the backing that we're going to sublimate on. That's going to allow us to sublimate on a cotton t-shirt. Alright guys, so we cut the backing of the vinyl over here, and we're going to put that image here, boom, on top of that. And that's how we're going to sublimate onto that, a cotton shirt.
You don't even know how to say it right. So now, Terrell, we're going to weed the Glitter HTV, and you want to weed going in a downward position. You don't want to pull it up. And y'all, this cut really, really well, too well, but it's all good. And we are going to be pressing our sublimation shirt.
Patrice keeps forgetting the power dynamic. I am CEO, and
no, you're not. You're
assistant to the CEO.
You're not. So we're all done cutting it out.
Where's the? Oh, looks pretty good.
It looks good. And so now we need to go ahead and press this onto the shirt.
Oh.
All right, y'all. So now we're at the heat press, and we are just going to prep our shirt. So first, you want to always make sure you lint roll any shirt that you're doing because you don't want any of that lint to prevent your shirt from being pressed correctly. And I got these off of Amazon. If you guys want to know which ones I used, I will have a link listed below in the description.
And a little fact about Patrice, She has a whole bunch of them because she stays dusty.
First of all, getting
Assistant?
the lint rollers was your
Assistant?
task, okay?
Please heat up the shirt, assistant.
All right, y'all. So now we're going to pre-press the shirt for about 5 seconds, just so that we could get out any moisture or anything that may be in the shirt. And you want to make sure this is the Vivora 15 by 15 heat press. And when you open it, you just, kind of hold that little.
You gotta put a little strength into it.
Yeah. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we are going to place the Glitter HTV on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get Terrell a T-square so that he knows how to place his placements. I'm kind of used to doing my placements, but him not so much. All right, so now we're ready to press this Glitter HTV into this 100% cotton shirt. And this is how we are going to be subbing onto or sublimating onto this blue shirt. You cannot sub directly onto cotton shirts because you need a high polyester count in order for the sublimation process to take. So this is a hack.
This is why I hired her.
All right, so we're all done with pressing the glitter on here, and we are going to go ahead and peel it off. It is a warm peel. And this is looking nice. I am going to go ahead and adjust this pressure just a little bit for when we get ready to apply the sublimation print.
Alright, so Patrice is over here kind of our, what would you call that?
It's just our sublimation print, and today we used sublimation paper along with dynamic ink, which can be linked in the description, and you can go ahead and head over there if you are interested in this sublimation ink. It is for sublimation only.
Guys, support dynamic ink. And look, Patrice made more novice mistakes. Those we can't use because you messed up.
So I cut our image out just so that I can kind of match it up with the vinyl, and we will be taping this down with some hot or heat transfer tape from Real Can't. And so now we're just going to tape down the image onto the glitter. And this is just one hack of getting sublimation onto cotton. There are other products. If you guys are interested in seeing any of those, let me know, because I have to give Terrell training and everything.
Alright guys, so we put the crafted abilities on top of the white backing because it has to fit flushly on, right?
Yeah.
And what happens if it doesn't fit flushly on?
It's going to be unaligned.
That's why she's the assistant to the CEO.
So let's go ahead and place this butcher paper on top. And an easier way to do this, you could also just have your machine cut out your image so that you can match it up better. The only problem is that with Cricut you can only print 9 1/4 by 6 3/4, and this is actually about 10 1/2 inches wide. So that would not have been able to be cut onto our Cricut. That is why we did not cut it out with the Cricut, cut the sublimation sheet out. So what we're doing now is we're putting butcher paper on top because this is A-sub paper, and usually from my past experiences with A-sub, sometimes that ink releases and you don't want that ink to get onto your platen.
So while this takes about 42 seconds, it looks like.
It's pressing for 45 seconds and our temperature is set to 380 degrees Fahrenheit.
So what is a platen?
The platen is the top plate of your heat press.
Ah, you guys learned something new out there.
You learned something new. You're learning something new now. We're all done, and that pressure was on there. And so looking at this butcher paper, I actually don't see any ink. I see a little bit. You see it? The T.
Yeah,
very,
you can see very light.
Faint. So this ink can be reactivated, and you don't want that to go on anything else. So we're pretty much done with that. So now we're going to go ahead and get ready to remove the tape. And y'all, I'm doing this with my hands. This is very hot. You do want to make sure, if you're new or just learning, you do want to have you a pair of heat gloves handy so that you don't burn yourself, okay? And remember, you're working very closely under this extremely hot heat press. And so now I'm just removing the tape so that we can reveal our final product. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Come closer. And this is what we have.
Looks good. All right, guys, Patrice.
Shut up.
A novice mistake. So there's a little bit of a white outline, but it's all right.
This might not have been cut out. I was trying to get it before it cooled off. Don't try this at home. Yep. So if you get it before it cools off, you could be in good shape. Like that's also cut, but it was so small that I didn't see it. Oh, messing it up. I'm gonna press it one more time. Got a little bit out, but I think it looks good. Just a little bit. It don't need it.
All right, Patrice, hold up the shirt. Let's see how it looks. So, guys, this is one of the possible shirts I might sell on my new website that hasn't been created yet. What do you think? Would you buy it? If you will, comment down below or send me an email.
No! Wait, let me press the bottom. Okay, so if you're like selling shirts or anything, so I like to kind of press the bottoms of the shirt, especially, you know, if you have it stored, you don't really want to give anybody like a wrinkly shirt, right? So you just press it for a few seconds and that kind of knocks out the wrinkles. And that's all I'm doing here now, is knocking out those wrinkles that we don't want. I'm actually loving this shirt, honestly. I could have pushed it up a little bit, but pretty happy with it. What do you think, Terrell? Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh.
Hey, y'all. So this is one of our prototypes that we may sell. This is craftabilities because, well, we do craftabilities. Let me know if you like it. Patrice, what do you think of it?
I think it looks amazing. I love it. Even with the little bit of white showing at the top, I absolutely love it. So if you ever want to, you can resize it a little bit larger than the glitter vinyl that you're using, but I think it's perfect. I love it.
Me too.